Jai Shri Ram. Now Canto 50. Shri Ram and others reach Mithila and are received in advance by King Janak, headed by his family priest Satanand. Vishwamitra satisfies their curiosity about the two princes of Ayodhya. Proceeding in a northeasterly direction from the said hermitage and placing Vishwamitra at the head of the party, Sri Ram, accompanied by Lakshman, son of Sumitra, reached the sacrificial enclosure of Janak, the king of Mithila. Sri Ram, for his part, along with Lakshman, remarked to Vishwamitra, a tiger among hermits, excellent indeed is the preparation made for the sacrifice undertaken by the high-souled Janak. Many thousands of Brahmins enriched with the study of Vedas and living in different parts of the country can be seen here, as well as small enclosures set apart for rishis and full of hundreds of carts carrying the requisites for their Agnihotra or daily oblations to the sacred fire. O highly blessed sage, let a suitable site be selected where we should halt, O Holy One. Hearing the submission of Sri Ram, the great sage Vishwamitra halted at a secluded and clean spot supplied with water. Hearing of Vishwamitra having arrived with his party on that occasion, the irreproachable Janak, the foremost of kings, full of humility, went forth all at once in a hurry to meet him, placing at his head his family's priest Satanand, the son of Gautam, and other high-souled priests officiating at his sacrifice, and taking water to wash the hands of the distinguished guest and offered it to Vishwamitra along with other hospitalities such as Madhu Parkha in accordance with the scriptural ordinance. Accepting the aforesaid hospitality of the high-souled Janak, Vishwamitra for his part inquired after the welfare of Janak as well as about the unhampered progress of his sacrificial performance, inquiring after the welfare of those hermits too that had accompanied the king as well as that of the priest officiating at the sacrifice, and Satanand, the family priest. He next embraced all the rishis in order of seniority with great delight. The king then submitted to Vishwamitra, the foremost of hermits, with folded hands as follows: Let your holiness be seated on the seat offered by me along with these jewels among ascetics. Hearing the request of Janak, the great sage Vishwamitra sat down. Satanand, Janak's family priest, as well as the priests officiating at the sacrifice of the king himself, with all with his ministers, sat down on their seats in order of seniority on all sides of Vishwamitra at his request. Turning his eyes towards Vishwamitra, the said king then spoke to him as follows in that assembly: The preparations made for my sacrificial performance have been fulfilled by gods today. Nay, the fruit of my sacrifice has been attained by me this very day through your holiness's sight alone. I feel blessed and indebted to you in that you, the foremost of ascetics, have arrived at my sacrificial grounds along with a number of sages. The wise among the priests, O Brahman Rishi, declared that my sacrificial vow is to continue for 12 more days. Only after that, O scion of Kusha, you will see with your clairvoyant vision the gods who appeared in person seeking their share of the sacrificial offerings. Having submitted to Vishwamitra, a veritable tiger among sages, as aforesaid on that occasion, the king, piously disposed as he was, questioned him once more with a cheerful countenance and folded hands as follows: May God bless you, these two valiant lads who are equal in prowess to the gods and whose gait resembles that of an elephant, look like a tiger and a bull, respectively, having eyes as large as the petals of lotus and carrying as they do on their person a sword, quiver and a bow each. They vie with the Ashwins, the twin-born physicians of gods, celebrated for their physical charm in their comeliness of form, and stand at the threshold of youth. Nay, they look like a pair of gods descended on earth from the celestial plane of their own will. How and what for, or for whose sake have they travelled on foot to this place, O sage? Whose sons, O sage, may be the two heroes wielding excellent weapons? I wish to hear in reality about the two gallant youths who are gracing this land even as the moon and the sun illumine the sky, who are replicas of each other in the size of their body, in the outer expression of their feelings, as well as in the movements of their body, and who wear side locks on their head. Hearing the aforesaid inquiry of King Janak, who was well known to be an exalted soul, sage Vishwamitra, who wields immense spiritual power, declared them to be sons of Emperor Dashrath. He also told Janak of their intrepid journey to and sojourn at Siddhashram, as well as about the destruction of the ogress at their hands, nay, of their visit to Vishala and calling on Ahilya, as well as of their meeting with sage Gautam, and finally of their visit to Mithila in order to know about the great bow kept by Janak for testing the valor of those suing the hand of his daughter. Having related all this to the high-souled Janak, the great sage Vishwamitra, who was exceptionally glorious, forthwith paused. Thus ends Canto 50 in the Balakand of the glorious Ramayan of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic. Jai Shri Ram.